Twitter is laying off reportedly 75 or 50% at least of their workforce. Now, it remains to be seen how many people actually are being let go, but that's what's being reported. We've actually, here in Canada, although a lot of the workers are in the US, there are some in Canada, and we've already heard from people who have been affected by these layoffs, or I should say terminations, because that really is the proper term for it. And so if you are somebody who's been affected by this, if you work for Twitter and you're in Canada and you've been affected by this, definitely get in touch with us. What's really, really important to know whenever we're dealing with these situations, whether it's a mass layoff like the one that we're dealing with Twitter right now, we've had other ones recently. For example, Shopify did a mass layoff recently. We've had a lot of them actually in the tech industry in the last few months. But what's really important to keep in mind, whether it's a mass layoff and you're one of 200 people, 2,000 people, or you're the only one being laid off or being terminated, it's very important to make sure that whatever is being offered to you, you get reviewed by an employment lawyer first. Get in touch with us and somebody will be able to review your package for you, review your offer, and let you know where you stand. It's so important to do that before you accept or sign anything. Because once you sign, that's it. You're stuck with it, and there's nothing you can do about it. And 9 times out of 10, if not 10 times out of 10, the employer is not going to offer as much as they should. They're going to offer less and see if they can get away with it, see if the employee will accept what they're offering without going to a lawyer, whatever the case may be, and just accept it. Don't do that. Make sure you get it reviewed, and we're more than happy to do that for you. So get in touch with us. You can always email us at help@employmentlawyer.ca. You can go to our website, which is employmentlawyer.ca, and contact us that way. But certainly do not just sign on that dotted line without getting it reviewed by a lawyer first, because the odds are you'll be owed much more than what you're being offered. In terms of the Twitter layoff, as I mentioned before, there are a lot of people being let go. There are certain provisions in Canada from province to province. It's different, but similar in that if there is a mass layoff, your minimum entitlements under your provincial employment standards legislation will be higher if it's part of a mass layoff. But that's just your minimum. That's just your starting off point. So generally speaking, if it's part of a mass layoff, a mass termination, your severance will be more, as a bare minimum, will be more than if it was just you or, a few other people being let go. But that's just the starting off point. You will be entitled to more than that in most situations. And so it's really important to get that reviewed. Oftentimes when it is a mass layoff, what we see very, very frequently is employers offering only the bare minimum because they're trying to save money. Makes sense as an employer. If you're going through a restructuring and you're laying off lots and lots of people, part of a mass layoff, it's likely because of financial reasons. And so it makes sense that an employer would offer you just the bare minimum, offer the bare minimum entitlements, the bare minimum severance or termination pay, and that's it, and nothing more than that. But again, most of the time you will be owed much, much more than that. So it's up to you as the employee to do your due diligence, get in touch with us, have an employment lawyer review your package, make sure you're getting what you should before you sign anything.